Alright, test, test, test. Alright. Someone will have to let me know if the audio's no good. How's my head placement in the camera, actually? Could be a little better. Yeah, let me do this real quick. Probably overdid it. Nah, that's perfect. Nice. So yeah, I don't know. Channel points not quite working that well. It happens. But okay, so we're live on YouTube. Let me pop out chat so I can get it in my teleprompter. Let me go live with Twitter. And there we go. All right. So yeah, we're live over on YouTube and Twitter now. Sweet. All right, microphone check. Volume looks okay to me. Sweet. We're not going to be using chart.js. We're going to be using just boxplot over here. And yeah, we need to map our data. So I need to get those published up here soon. I need OCaml in the list too. Yep, live on Twitter. All right, so let's shuffle some things around. Hash modulo distribution is what we're doing, right? Yeah. And yeah, this is where we left off. So this is number. All right, so we haven't used rows yet, but we want to parse the data into individual cells that then get aggregated by Nevo. So we need to take the row data and start pushing them to cells. So rows dot for each. We definitely don't want that.
Thanks for the support. Gazelle underscore, once a prominent zoologist, merged their DNA with that of a gazelle in a bizarre experiment gone wrong. They developed the super speed and agility of the gazelle, with a mysterious ability to generate electrical energy like firing bolts of lightning. Gazelle underscore now sprints through the city, creating havoc with precision and a crackling aura of energy, their elegant horn-like protrusions on their head amplifying their electrical abilities. Their arch-nemesis is the stalwart protector known as Iron Pachyderm, a hero with the unyielding strength and endurance of an elephant, always ready to stand firm against Gazelle underscore's lightning-charged onslaught.
Iron Pachyderm is your arch nemesis. All right. But yeah, Gazelle, thank you for the sub. Appreciate you. But yeah, hey, what's up? How you doing, FD? Over on the Twitter. Yeah, if you end up wanting that audio clip, just send me a message on Discord. I'll download it and send it over to you. So here's what I end up needing to do. Let's see if we can do this. 20, boom, 4 each. Yeah. We'll just call it bucket. So then what we want to do is cells.push. I think that's exactly what we wanted. Right, so what I need to do here then I think we just have to cast it. All right, so now if we look at that, we're not using layout because we won't. Parsed 100 data. Box plot datum is actually what we need. Oh. There we go. Will it blend? Well, I must have closed that tab. Let's see. Volumes, repos, hashing. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so we had that open. We want apps, graphing, the npm dev. So we just want to see if this renders as we expected it. And the answer looks like no. So it does look like they end up passing quite a bit more to it. But a lot of that looks optional. What's up, Chaotic? How you doing? I saw someone with your name in the feature flag stream this morning. Was that you, or was that just someone that had your name? If so, I'll alert the authorities. They stole your name, man. Yeah, no worries. No, this was for the feature flag super stream that I was a part of. Yeah, that's just funny. That is kind of funny. Ooh. So what am I missing about this now? I know. Hold on. Let me log this out. What's this notification I just got? Oh, I see. Yeah, I think we're good there. Nevo, come on, just work. You were the chosen one. Yeah, we get 275 cells. Right, we get the grouping we were expecting. I'm not sure what the difference between MU and value are, though. Let's go look at those. Yeah, most of this stuff is optional. Oh, we do need to give it a height and a width, though. I didn't see that part. Wait, so here it says it's required? So yeah, legends aren't required either. Yeah, a lot of this stuff seems like it would be inferred. Oh, really? Oh, you're right, you're right. I wasn't even reading those comments. I should. Oh. Okay. Ooh, and there it is already. Yeah, okay. Ooh, but it flipped the order on us? Why would it do that? Okay. All right. Well then, let's look at max value. We'll call it 30. So if we look at the MU they have in their example data, right, we see 5, 5, we see 5 again. So what the hell is box plot datum? Can we go look at the definition? Yeah, I hope it doesn't end your streak. That would be so lame. Yeah, we've been dealing with that. It's super weird. I don't know what the fix would be. I even tried stopping and restarting stream. All right, so where does raw datum come from? Let's try and look at that value, which it looks like is defined somewhere.
Thanks for the support.
Hey, what up,
Core
Flake?
underscore Flake would be a frostbitten virtuoso with the chilling power to crystallize the moisture in the air, creating sharp, snowflake-shaped shurikens to hurl at their foes. They can also summon blizzards and reduce the temperature to sub-zero levels in an instant. Once a renowned meteorologist named Dr. Thermo, they fell victim to their own experimental cryo chamber during a freak lab storm, emerging as the icy villain underscore Flake. Their body now perpetually emits a cold so severe it frosts everything they touch. Their arch-nemesis is the fiery hero Blaze Surge, who wields the power of heat and flame, locked in an eternal struggle of frost versus fire.
Yeah, it's definitely a Twitch bug. Is Discord having issues too? Just not the challenge? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so like some other people aren't getting their like streak recorded either. Yeah, I really hope it doesn't break anything. Your streak is frozen? Cabre was able to do theirs just now. Is there a geostorm going? I don't know. I did not know. Maybe try some hard refreshes? Yeah. Maybe a different browser? I don't know, just a shot. Like, I don't know. Maybe some ad blocker thing is messing with it? I don't know. We'll find out. All right, so something seems off with the box plot. It's most likely the data I'm passing, but I don't understand what that is supposed to mean. Instead of 1 here, let's try 20. I really don't like the names of these, though. There's no explanation of what they actually do. Let me try this. It's a lot of data to copy. Yeah, I think it's just Twitch being Twitch. All right, so this is going to be mock data. Okay, so the mock data is actually better. Shit. Alright, so something I'm doing to parse this data is no good. MU and value being the same is probably part of the problem. I'm not sure what that would entail, though. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's got to be Twitch's end. All right. Well, thank you guys for looking. Wait, why do we see different data over here? What? Okay, so now I got some errors. Okay. Excuse me. I'm curious why we get those errors in one place, but not the other. And yeah, oh man, they're getting all sorts of errors from trying to do stuff here. Alright. Let's do another refresh. 600 errors. Attribute Y1, Y2. Got nan while animating. How are we getting nan out of this? Yeah, what is their SD value? I thought they had it at 0 as well, though. Oh, you're right. I think the big problem is it's not intuitive what these values mean. Okay, so SD is standard deviation, MU is the mean, right? So 20 there makes sense as the mean. What would N be in this case? Number of data points? Yeah, Sergeant Pepper, yep. Everyone's having that same issue. I think it does mean I'm an AI. You're right. Do we get all those same errors? It's obviously Melky's fault. Yep, totally. 1000%. All right, so we're still able to get this. All right, N is 40. So we change that. Right, let that adapt. Sure. You're going to blame it on Prime? There you go. So we're definitely not getting those errors anymore. If we look at the cells here that we have in the list. So standard deviation of 1, N5, mean 20. We're grouping by the algorithm, which should be fine, right? Like, all the stuff we're logging over here doesn't look like it would cause any, like, NAND type issues, though. Let me do this. My guess is it's going to be something fairly simple that I'm just messing up. Oh. Oh. Okay. So it's maybe the amount of them that I have that's breaking it? Interesting. So the max value I can infer. And yeah, let's get rid of the plot down here that we don't need. No, we actually want the mean to be based upon the 20, but maybe we don't. I mean, look at it this way. If the mean... I forget how to calculate. Like, is mean just... Mean is not the same as average. I forget the difference. So in this case, mean and average would be the same thing, wouldn't they? At which point it's always going to be 20 because all of the values always add up to a ratio of 100. Right? So especially because we're only parsing like the 100 data right now, it is 100. Yeah. Couldn't a group have all of the same number, for example? Of 100 things, when we are breaking them into buckets of values between 0 and 20, 20 and 40, 40 and 60, 60 and 80, 80 and 100, the mean will always be 20. Right? Maybe I'm misunderstanding. That happens a lot. No, yeah, we don't care about that as much. Like, we're not collecting our data that way. Let me put it that way. Now, we probably should. Right? So, currently, there's no way that value would be any different. However, yeah, instead of aggregating these, we probably just want to do what you're talking about. Which means the data ends up being much larger data sets. But it's not that bad. But yeah, as an example, for results 100, all we get is a row and then the distribution within those buckets. So yeah, the way we're measuring things right now might not be the right way. And yeah, what's up, fool? What you up to? Yeah, I think in this case, 20 is what we're looking for. So that shouldn't be the issue. And if we look at it, right, we're not getting any errors. So it was really just one that was giving us grief. So, okay, instead of slice 0, 3, let's try slice 0, 10. And it looks to me like they calculate the mean anyway. Do I even need to pass it then? Yeah, so I don't even need to pass the mean. But I do want to do a minimum value of 0. Just in case. Okay, and I see what the line here is. So of the quantiles, we get 18 values. Or no. Like the 50% mark is the 18. So due to how like distribution's working, it's not ideal. We would want that to be as close to 20 as possible. But we also want the least amount of spread over the whole thing. So yeah, value of 13 and then 31 is terrible. But yeah, our custom hashing is inconsistent. Yeah, so I'm not sure the quantiles help that much. And we can see that maybe the distribution here isn't as good as I was hoping. So the line, that's like the outlier, right? So 26 there. That is like the highest value. And that is so far beyond like the range that we kind of want these in. Right? Okay, so then if we do this, right? Make it parsed 1000 data. And yeah, I think we can get rid of this mock data. We don't need data node. What is streamception? It was an idea I had for something I could do at one point and then didn't end up using it much, but the idea is theoretically you could give me permission to watch your stream over on Griffing and Chill, right? When we're hanging out doing co-working. Right. Okay, so now this part, we do end up needing to... We need to get the total. Oh, and then we want to multiply by 100 still. Okay. And I think the min value of 0 is actually not that relevant. Here's something. Dot reverse. There we go. And what's up, Kirby? How you doing? No, so Cabre, what I'd want to end up doing is allow it to be injected. It would involve at least like knowing the type for those things. For their like SDKs, etc. And maybe it's outside of scope. I'm not sure. I know we could do it for the JavaScript pretty easily, but, you know, we'd have to look at the SDKs for that, for other languages. So yeah, for Elixir, C#, Go, I think Java would work. PHP, Python, Rust, Swift. Right, there is no OCaml one yet. And yeah, a lot of these are actually in development still. We haven't done Ruby ourselves yet, but we will. Yeah, I guess we would need to bring in those packages just to have, like, the interfaces and types and stuff, right? But I don't necessarily want to ship the entire, like, OpenTelemetry client. I just want them to ship one to me that I can call, and it just kind of works. So I think instead, no, I just end up allowing them to pass a callback, and then they call to the SDKs under the hood. Right? So the callback I allow them to inject would have props passed to it, such as the span ID and things like that, right? The flag result or value. Yeah. Yeah, that could be good. Hey, looks like those channel points things are working now. So yeah, go ahead and spend your channel points if y'all can. See if you can increment your watch streak, etc. Looks like they fixed it. They fixed the glitch. It's only ever 2K. Yep. Which is why you got to do it per stream. Yep. Sorry, a coworker needs a quick thing from me, so I'll have to do that real quick after they reply back. Yeah, if it was unlimited, it would have been met by like one person doing it, you know? For sure. But yeah, I think, yeah, a callback system just to allow people to inject their SDKs, that'd be good. Let me see if I can change theme here for a coworker real quick. Oh, my eyeballs. Whoa. Anyone got a good light theme that they enjoy? Yeah, exactly. There's always solarized light. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so then let me do this. Launchpad. So yeah, sorry, real quick. I just got to do this thing for a coworker. Okay. So, I kind of like what we got going here. We want to style the whole thing to look a little bit more like this. So grid X, axis top. I'm gonna grab all the axes. Why not? Colors, sure. Nevo. Border radius, border width, median. Yeah, I'm gonna grab all of it. Let's see how it looks. Looks a little bit better. Right, and that ends up just being like a light theme, dark theme thing. I bet if we click over to here. Oh, interesting. Hold on. So the way I'm doing... some of the coloring, I liked that red more. We should probably make it like a blue, though, huh? So colors, scheme, Nevo. Let's look at it. Do they have any schemes that we want to look at? Paired? It's not bad. And hold on, it's just an array, isn't it? No, no, I don't think it's an array. It's a lookup. That's an interesting way they do that. I don't like it. I really don't like it. Oh, I see. So, yeah, it would just be an array that we pass. Okay. Yeah, so I think I just pass an array. Yep. So then I just need to find what color we're doing our docs with. I don't think I'm doing much branding stuff. But we definitely do have some branding stuff. If I go look at... what is it? Maybe the marketing site? Here we go. So then median color, instead of darker here, I think I just want to do something like that. Yeah. Yeah, into it. All right, so then if we look at whiskers, end size. Oh, that's too much. All right. I'm okay with that. Is there like a whisker thickness we can do? Ah, whisker width. Let's say 3. Yeah, I like it. Okay. So yeah, this is looking pretty good. I almost want to make it even bigger, right? Let's say 8. Probably too big. I think we want it to stand out. Yeah, I'm gonna call that good. And yeah, I'm glad the channel point thing is working. This is a graph of our distribution for trying to like hash values between like percentiles. But there might be a better way. Because right now, I don't think this is as statistically accurate as we want it. Like, I don't think I need to be bucketing it. Oh, and median width, I want to crank this up. Let's say 4, just double it. Yeah, so our goal is to have the least amount of spread. And it turns out SHA 224 is looking pretty good. Yeah, I like the blue. I like the blue. And hey, what's up, DevCycle HQ? How you doing? Is this Andrew on the DevCycle account? Ah, that's what I thought. Big brain. Yeah, what you're catching us doing right now, Andrew, is right, so basically when you're doing a gradual release, you want to hash someone's release value into a number between 0 and 100, right? So that might be you pass the user ID that they have, and you want to hash that into something between 0 and 100 so you can release out to that 20% of users or whatever. We have a custom algorithm that we're doing that with. That way it's like really portable from language to language. But we're also wanting to like statistically visualize that spread and whether our custom algorithm is good enough or not, right? So here we can see with some of the worst ones, they've got a massive spread between like the higher and lower values. And they're also not like evenly distributed towards the middle of them. Ideally, everything would be centered kind of like right around the 20% mark because of how I have the data at the moment. We were just thinking about how I might want to like get that data a different way. But yeah, so I've kind of like hashed values, you know, for let's say 10, 100, 500, 1,000, and 10,000, so we can get like a feel for how many users you need for that to be actually stable. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be completely flat no matter what we do, but we're comparing all 50 plus algorithms that Node.js ships with versus my custom one and another one that Graham the dev, another, you know, content creator and streamer, kind of did as well. His is pretty much the same as ours, except that his really breaks down in some cases, which gets weird. Oh, you know Graham. Yeah, he's great. He's a good dude. Okay, yeah, it's such a small world, like in DevRel and Dev Advocacy. Yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, we're seeing that FNV1A, massive problems, right? Like something I'm doing totally wrong here. Graham's also massive problems. I don't remember seeing that before. And then mine doing pretty good. So this is what happens when we end up hashing integers instead of, you know, like a result value or a like a string-based like UUID or something like that, right? Here we see Graham's is pretty even, right? Not terrible. But then if we do like a hybrid approach, where I think it's like, I forget what the hybrid even is. We see, all right, not bad. And we're also measuring the speed of these things because there's a possibility that you might be doing some like gradual release on a hot path of your code. So we want it to be fast as well. So luckily, our algorithm is way up there speed-wise compared to the others. You know, like a third of the speed, or of the time. And we get a decent distribution across a varied set of values. But we see that, yeah, the Graham one gets a very, very strange distribution. Ours isn't perfect, but it's not bad. Right? When we're down at like 100, Grams had some issues there too. Right? So Grams breaks on integers, which I find interesting. Because it's the same algorithm, really. Like, we can go look at it. Let me find my script. Right, so Grams algorithm is this one. Right, and if we switch over to mine, it's this one. As we kind of like toggle back and forth, there's really just like an extra line for legibility. But Grams uses a bunch of like magic numbers that just end up really borking out when we do it with integers instead of strings. So I find that strange. Are you saying, are the RSA algorithms returning the DER encoded padded signature of the hash? I mean, you can look at how we're doing it. So if we do, let's see, boop, boop, boo. We create a hash function, and it's, yeah, it's like a higher order function-ish, where we want to return this hashing function later, and then, you know, map over these. What we're doing is we are just doing the hash result, we're digesting it, we're throwing it into a big int, which is probably why these are slower than what we're doing. But I think most of them end up needing big ints. And then we use something like 4096 because I think someone recommended it at one point. I don't remember why. So yeah, we're digesting it into a number in and of itself, and then we're taking that number and moduloing and then dividing. So I don't think we're running into the issue you might be thinking there, the bread, but I'm not sure. We are doing it with the hex, actually, so maybe that is part of it. As far as I understood it, the hash result, the hex just represents a number anyway, right? But I could be wrong. I don't think so, because we're getting pretty decent, like, results, right? We're getting kind of what we expected. Let me put it this way. How would you hash that? How would you get a number out, right? If the hex is going to be larger than 64-bit, we're going to lose data, right? Because JavaScript only works with 64-bit integers, or floating point, technically. So we need hex to actually represent the entire number. Because most of these algorithms end up being 224-bit, etc. Right? If we look at, you know, SHA-224, that's 224-bit. So we have to use the hex and then pass that into big int. Or big num, or whatever. Okay, what are you proposing we do differently there, the bread? Remember, this is not for cryptographic hashing, so I don't care about a private key. Some global constant, totally fine. We are expecting collisions. But yeah, dev cycle, basically, I'm doing all this so that I can make a blog post about it to get that sweet, sweet SEO. But I'm also doing it to prove out that the way I'm hashing things is gonna work, you know? Yep. Yeah. Yeah, blog posts are for SEO reasons, not to educate people. But I think it's an interesting article, right? Like, why am I creating my own custom hashing algorithm? You know, I think explaining that is worthwhile, and it might even be a decent blog post. Or not blog post, like YouTube video or presentation, like at a meetup or something. So, I don't know. Why are we doing it? Number one, we need portability. So it's something that I need to be able to write in a language that doesn't have a strong standard library. Lua isn't going to have SHA-224. Right? Or it might, but it's not going to have all these others. It might have MD5. So instead, I need to be able to have an algorithm that I can write into every other language as long as it is reasonable. Because keep in mind, this is not a cryptographic hash. This is like the hashing algorithm you would want for a hash map. You're expecting collisions. Collisions are the goal. And yeah, that sweet, sweet SEO, obviously. Oh, it's fine, Sean. I just assumed that you hadn't like heard the explanation yet. So, yeah, I just want to point that out. There's people popping in that weren't here when I said it previously. I don't like to repeat myself too much, but I'm a streamer, so I kind of have to. DJB2. Yeah, hold on. Let me look. All right, so it's not in the list of Node.js's crypto hashing algorithms. DJB2. And it won't need big int. Okay. Hey, thanks, X Factor. Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, I was stoked to be included. And I feel like I had some good stuff to add. So yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, Dev Cycle, you did a really good job, like, making sure everyone got involved. That was awesome. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Like, with that many people, it becomes like herding cats. Yeah. It's over on the Open Feature YouTube channel. Let me find that for you. Yeah, so I mean, Growthbook does do the static file thing, which I think is cool, and they have a whole bunch of SDKs, etc. But I don't think they're doing the like the Git native approach to it or whatever, like Git ops or whatever. So that's at least something I can do to like further specialize a bit. I've seen some other feature flagging tools that do the Git ops thing, but they're not necessarily the static file thing, or they just don't have SDKs in a lot of languages. But also, I think one major thing I'm doing is I have scheduling out of the box, whereas you have to like pay for the Growthbook like premium. Oh, and yeah, sorry, good call. I was taking my sweet time getting that four wheel. Yeah, just a good collection of feature flag tools. Yeah, exactly. Oh, it was the live. Yeah, here you go. So yeah, you already had it. Yep, under live. So hold on, let me just do this. Feature flag super stream VOD. That'll be the command. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do, though. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and someone asked, why am I not using Arc? I don't know. Because I am resistant to change. Oh, what I'm wondering actually is, instead of the blue for the tail, we kind of want it to be red. As far as like the visual of it goes. That is a bright red. Do I have a red over in my theme? HSL var destructive. Yeah, 1 second. I think I'm just using Mantine. Ooh, destructive isn't there? Eee. Sure, let's do that one. It's a little better. We could make it one of the lighter ones, maybe. I am running out of tabs here at some point, though. I am going to have to clean that up eventually. Maybe the darker one. Yeah, I think that's a little better to look at. Okay. Yeah, I really like what we got so far. I think I want to try my hand at creating the CSVs a different way. Right, so here we run the hashes, we get the results. I don't think we want to do this completely, because instead, yeah, let me create another type. We're going to call it raw hash distribution result. value is a number. Time we're going to leave just for sorting purposes. We're actually... yeah, we don't care about the time value here that much. So yeah, raw hash distribution result. Algorithm and value start off at 0. And actually, we just do this in here. That ends up being the array there. So we get raw result here. Value is what that is. They're all going to have the same overhead from the performance.now part. I actually want to do this. Nope, I don't. What we can do we'll ignore time for the raw result. And the time value that we got there probably isn't exactly what we wanted. We might want to just do an average of each one rather than having our other logic in there. So then we would move like the performance start now to just the part where we're doing the hashing, right? So between these. And then from there, we would just average it based upon what the string count is. So yeah, I like that already. What we're going to do is that. We don't want to do result.time. This is going to be just const iteration time. Oops. So that's end minus start. This is going to be let total time starts at 0. Plus equal iteration time. Yeah, so then after this part, Personal Uber app or Magic Brainworm RPG. I still think you're aiming pretty big, right? So for any of those things, aim for smaller parts that make up a larger application like that, right? Break down the things that you're trying to make there into their own like smaller systems and build out those systems one at a time. I think it's better if you try and scope things down a little bit. No. I think you're on the right track. You can do those two things, but try and break them down further, right? Right? The smaller the scope, the more likely you'll complete it, and the more likely you'll learn from the entire process rather than getting really good at starting projects but not finishing them. Right? As an example, a lot of games are just an amalgamation of mini games. I don't know if you played Dave the Diver. It's an amazing game. There's like the core game mechanic, which is the swimming around catching fish, and then there's other mini games that are like the boss fights and the serving of the sushi and the time based game of like farming and doing all that stuff. Yeah, so instead you can build out all those subsystems. Yeah, I mean, only you can decide what is small enough. But I'm just saying, think about the systems in these larger projects that you're trying to do. And then you have actual, like, completable, like, proof of concepts, at least. Right? Something like that. All right, so, real quick. Iteration time, blah, blah, and then it's just result. Exactly. Boom. So that ends up being our result.time, and that looks pretty good to me. What I end up wanting to do now is we want to push raw result into raw results. All right, so then hash results here. What is that? We didn't actually scope that. What is the flashing multiplier? That's power mode. It also does like the typing, like fireworks effect. It's goofy, but I like it. It's fun. So yeah, run hashers is one part of it. Which is this part. Okay. And then we're doing the mapping. There's a power mode for NeoVim? I didn't know about that. What are we working on, Suyash? What we're working on is a way to visualize the hash distribution of our hashing algorithm for gradual releases inside of Vexilla. And to eventually have a nice SEO-worthy blog post for it. It's fine. It's no worries. So, what I end up wanting to do here, yes. I'm going to return hash results, but hash results is... Hold on, let me think about this. And I guess, yeah, we could just do this as raw. And this one as bucketed. We sort them that way. So then, yeah, this will not work. And we've got create CSV. Let me go look at create CSV. So create bucketed CSV. Create raw CSV. So these are going to be slightly different. We still want to do keys like that. We can do values too. So instead, I don't think we actually need to do this. I think we just want to do... Right, we can do create CSV still. But file name is going to be different. And that part's fine. Okay, I like it. So then this is dot bucketed. Ooh. Yeah, okay. So we'll end up doing that. And then I want to do raw results as just a separate thing. Oh. I think I'm messing something up here. So raw here is a raw hash distribution result. Result here is just a hash distribution result. Right. So then for this part, inside of this map is actually where we want to do something. Isn't it just is array? Okay, so I think I want to do this. It's still a return, but we're not going to do the object values part yet. We want to map over this. No. No, no, no. This is dot join. But it's not a simple join here. Because it's an array, I think we want to do this differently. Damn it. So result lines, no matter what. Oh, hold on. Result lines is a string. Then here, if array is array, yep. All right, so tab 9's killing it right now. Yeah, so now that it's an array here, I think I just want to do this. So this is going to be a results.forEach. Dude, yeah, tab 9 is just killing it. Yeah, so this type is just the issue. Okay. What's up, Joe-O? How you doing? Is it Joe-O or Joe-Wow? How do I pronounce it? Should I just say Joey? What up, Joey? That sounds fun. All right, let's have ourselves a little beverage. It's 4:30 already. Jojo. I can say Jojo. Okay, so now we've got this CSV stuff happening. And we're going to say raw results. Take it easy, Jojo. It's not necessarily a family-friendly stream, but we try. As I take a sip of whiskey, so keep in mind, it's not exactly family-friendly. What's up, Ethan? How you doing? Oh, Dev Cycle, are you still out there? I think I caught something that you might not be aware of. Twitter doesn't actually do the view count properly. So when it says X amount of views, that's just an actual view. It doesn't mean it's a concurrent view. Right? So as an example, there's 49 viewers here right now, but the views that we've probably had here on Twitch are, possibly hundreds. So yeah, Twitter is fudging those numbers a little bit in the same way that Twitch does so for like VOD views as well. Yeah. All right, so raw results int, raw results hybrid. Twinflation. There you go. All right, 1 second. Sorry. What up, Tatsuo? How you doing? Doing well. All right, so I think we're good here. We got the results hybrid, raw results hybrid. Sure. There's definitely other ways, but this is like a throwaway script. It's not meant to be maintainable or even like good abstractions, right? The ability to iterate on this quickly is really what we care about. So, yeah. And I'm glad, like, this is one of those cases where I'm glad we had some good types, because the type checker did save me there. All right, so now that we've got these values, we need to rerun our script. I think we've got this part. Yeah, PNPM benchmark. We'll do it just as start. Oh no! Wait, so what happened here? Yep. So this is going to be fs.ensure. No. Yeah, so let me do this. We're results dir. How about that one? We don't care about file name here. There we go. Dude. Tab 9 is pretty good. It's as good as any of the other, like, AI auto-completion I've used. That's kind of cool. Hope to be a great programmer like me? I mean, no. Just put in the work. You'll probably be a better programmer than me. All right, so now we'll ensure that the directory is there. There we go. So wait, hybrid hashers. What are the hybrid functions? Let me look at that real quick, because I think I forgot. Oh, okay. So hybrid hash is where I use their hashing algorithm to get the hex, and then I do my hashing algorithm on that hex. Which I don't think is valuable, but I wanted to see if it was actually going to change the output. Oh, hold on, let me check one thing. Hold on, sorry. Coworker just reached out. But yeah, and hey, what's up, research dev? Sorry, I had to respond to a work thing. And yeah, what's everyone up to? Everyone enjoying their Friday Eve? I have not had a chance to play with ConfigCat. And I do think I remember hearing someone mention something like that. So, yeah, now I'm not leaking anything. No, this is Friday Eve, right? The day before Friday. Oh, terawatt hours already on Friday. Writing a little Rust. Nice. Yeah, what are you building with your Rust? Is that a bot? Is that what you were doing, Sergeant Pepper? I only vaguely paid attention when I was in your stream before. Right, like a Twitch bot. So yeah, Fool Dev, depending on what part of the world you live in, you know, it could be Friday already. But no, I like to joke around with it. So there's Friday Eve, there's pre-Friday Eve, which is Wednesday. There's Tuesday, which is the day before pre-Friday Eve. I'm trying to remember what Monday might be. That's probably a decent tweet. Hold on. Let's get that tweet going. We'll schedule it for Friday. Hold on, let's double check. Yeah, dude. Yeah, the feature flag super stream was really good. I had a blast. But yeah, let me schedule this tweet. Great, 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 great. Okay. I mean, that works. It's not as fun, though. It's a good tweet. So we're going to schedule this one for tomorrow morning. Oh shit, I needed to schedule a tweet, however, for this morning. Yeah, we'll just tweet it out now. We'll say 7:50 a.m. on the 10th. Sure. Actually, hold on. Let me look at the schedule again. We'll make this one a Saturday morning tweet. Or I could just schedule it for next Friday. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so schedule that out. I think that's a solid tweet. What I need to do instead, though, is... Damn, I don't have a good link to it. I'm gonna have to just send the tweet tomorrow morning. Just gotta remember to do it. Ooh, and yeah, this hashing algorithm. We should probably set this one up too. Yeah, we should get this one going. But all right. So as far as the results that we got there, I gotta do one thing. That move function or command is no good. Okay, cool. Alright, so we'll rerun these just because. So now we head back up and we see raw results, we see all that stuff. Sweet. So what I want to do next is I want to go here into app.tsx. And we got parse CSV there. Yeah, we're going to have a parse raw data function. Do a record. Oh, actually, no, it's just an object. Algorithm is string. Value is number. And it's an array of those. I'm going to grab all of this and then just rework the logic. Because again, this is just for visualization purposes. Doesn't have to be perfect code. I don't care too much about the, you know, repeated code. And also, we've only repeated it twice. which is pretty acceptable. But, ooh, Flake, we need English only, please. If it's a rule that I enforce on everyone, I have to enforce it evenly. So, I'm sorry, but English only, please. Alright, so this could have actually been a map. The value is just wrote out value. The number, I think we let that get figured out too. So then parse raw CSV. And yeah, we need our raw data. So yeah, some of these things are actually quite simple. Those slices we probably want to get rid of. I think we need to log everything we're doing here. So then mapped rows. All right, and instead, yeah, we're gonna need to create interface raw row. Raw row. I shouldn't be laughing that hard. It's like Scooby-Doo, right? Raw row. It's not even that good of a joke. I like it though. That one's solid. Ruh-roh. Dude, I'm gonna be giggling about that all day. All right, that just made the day way better. All right, so we still want to do that part, the header rows part. We still want to then split the rest of the rows like that. You know what? This is actually just a generic. No, I think we're good. So yeah, parse CSV into data, And this right here is actually just T, and we make it a generic. And then down here, oh, interesting that it did that. This ends up needing to be CSV anyway. And then this. Ruh-roh. I'm okay with it. All right, so then parse raw CSV. That's where we need to import these things. And will it blend? Nope. Alright, so I broke something. I broke it real bad. We're not getting errors from it, though? Oh no! Alright, so we've definitely got a flaw with what we're doing there. I do need to use the restroom, so give me just a second. BRB. Ooh, that Disney Plus theme. Way more bass than I remember.
Thanks for the support. Imagining a supervillain named the Cheeky Despot, They would embody the over-the-top nature of their name, Trump's right butt cheek. Their superpower would be the ability to create seismic shockwaves with every stomp of their right foot, channeling the force of 1,000 muffled, uproarious laughs. The origin story involves an eccentric billionaire who, after sitting on a cursed throne, finds their right butt cheek imbued with strange cosmic energy. This energy manifests in dramatic displays of force and the power to manipulate political landscapes with satirical ease.
The troll got me. Good timing, troll. I'll take the sub. I'll take the money. But man, shouldn't let him get that far. I need some way of having mods also disable the bot. I'm not sure how I'd even do that. But yeah, so Daniel and Jordy Software, how you doing? I feel like I've seen you in other streams, Jordy. Yeah, I don't know why. Your name seems familiar. And Robotic Head, that cat face is super good, man. I mean, no, this says that it's your first time chatting, so it's probably someone else's stream. You know. Do you hang out in Time Enjoyed or Coding with Strangers? I don't know, maybe I'm just confusing your name for someone else's. It's possible too. It happens. Jordy LaForge? No. I could never mix up LeVar Burton. But we do have someone that goes by the name Jordy Mac. Maybe I'm mixing that up. It happens. I just saw this and I'm really liking it. Instead of calling it the bus factor, call it the lottery factor, right? The chances of this person winning the lottery and never working on the project again. Way better than the bus factor, which is just a way worse lottery. Oh, and hold on. You had a question. 1 second. Is there anyone here who has experience as a software tester? What do you mean by functional? You mean, like, are you asking about writing tests, or do you mean more like QA? If you're talking about test automation, that's a different thing than being a software tester. And yeah, the thing we're working on right now is trying to parse some data into some nice, pretty graphs. And I am messing that part up already. I want to see if I actually concatenated the values properly. Yeah, I probably do. I at least wanted to double check this part, though. And I think I'm messing that up. I want to multiply the value by 100 in the place that we're generating those. So let me do that first. Oop. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, like, what is your actual question related to that stuff? Oh. That's not going to work anyway, though. Yeah, so I actually see what was giving us those NaN values because we're not actually extracting the algorithm and value properly. So the place where I'm constructing that header actually needs some work over in here. So if this is an array, we'll just do this. This is algorithm value. So now we should see this value up here change into algorithm value, and we should be good. We'll see. We'll get overwritten in a second. Maybe. Ah, there it is. Okay. So, yep. That works now. I bet that means that this part's good. You have a presentation tomorrow that you're kind of scared about. The story you were working on got removed from the sprint yesterday and is now in your backlog. You're given the choices to demo or not demo because you won't be able to finish the story in the sprint. I think at least... Hold on. Did you say you're an intern? Yeah, internship. No, I'd say as an internship, nah, man, it's fine to just, like, present on the progress you made. And you need the practice of presenting and understanding that flow and blah, blah, blah anyway. So whatever progress you've made, I think is worth presenting on. No, because he's an intern, Jordy. Like, yeah, and realistically, you should be talking to your boss or the person who's, like, responsible for onboarding you and all that, right? You're an intern. You shouldn't be expected to be an expert at Agile or any of that junk. You're an intern, right? So, yeah, there should be someone that you should feel okay asking this question to, right? Your project manager, your direct manager, whoever is helping you be an intern, that's the person you should actually be asking. Oh, and yeah, this is results. We want raw results. That was the line that, who was it? Who was that? They were totally right. I was passing the wrong thing. And so raw parsed 10,000 or 1,000 data. Oh, but yeah. This is where it's broken. I am doing this slice. So we're back to the problem we had that one of these things is breaking everything for us. Yeah, so we still want to do a slice. Right? So yeah, if we're doing 1,000 of those, we're good. Wow, we see like a perfect distribution for what we're trying to do with our stuff, which is awesome. We see a good one for grams. We see some of these actually get a little wonky, but they're not bad. It's tough out there for juniors right now. I don't know. Personally, the way I've done it, the way I got into the industry is I did some freelancing. I had those on my resume as freelance like projects and things I worked on that I got paid for. That I was familiar with the dev process and how to do a handoff and all that. So I'd say try and find some simple projects that you can build and hand off, and you're not going to be maintaining them forever kind of thing, right? So the simpler sites, the better. Also work on projects that you can speak passionately about that do something somewhat complicated. And then, yeah, networking is huge. Networking's tougher, though. Like, how do you actually network? Cold emailing people via LinkedIn is not the move. Right? If there isn't any meetups in your area, then you have no networking to do. And another big problem with that is when you go to those networking style events, you're going to meet other people who are there just for networking as well. But yeah, X Factor. You say meetups for networking, but not everybody lives near a place that has tech meetups. If you live out in Spokane, there is not a Spokane JS that you can go to. So yeah, I'd say it's hard. I don't know. It's tough out there for juniors right now. And I don't think I have great advice for you. I mean, you can say virtual meetups, but there's zero networking happening at those things. How many virtual meetups have you done? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm getting at. Got it. I was misunderstanding what the purpose of your question was. All right, so I don't know if this is necessarily a relevant graph anymore. Interesting. So maybe it is still relevant. Yeah, so at 100, there's going to be a lot of variance. Let's try the 10,000. I would bet that once we get to like 10,000, the results don't tend to matter as much. Like, it should be pretty evenly distributed at that point. Oh, and yeah, this is where my slice is no good. Okay. Oh, and we just had it render and I missed it. But yeah, we'll let it render out again. And this is where like the int results end up showing us that the gram hash is just no good on numbers. Now here, that's not ideal, and some of these other hash functions are better at hashing numbers. So we've got some kind of bias in our hashing. Okay. So then, one more thing I want to do then is we want to go back to here This is going to be called, what was it? D something? DNB? DJB2. Oh, so one big part of this is that this is a stable hash that doesn't allow a seed value. All right, well, we're going to copy this and comment it. Let's do let starting hash equal 5381. All right, so here we do starting hash, and hash is then equal to this part. All right, so we get hash value out of it. Then we want to multiply it by a seed. That way we can change up the percentage of users. We'll call that DJB2. Wait. So how is that magic number 33? I'm not quite sure about that part. So yeah, we're kind of hacking at this. I'm okay with it. All right, so I'm gonna do this. So now we should be able to see what DJB2 evaluates to. All right, so those functions theoretically just ran. We see custom gram FNV1A, which is not great. All of this did run though. DJB2 is down there. Okay. Way down there. So it's definitely not fast. That's not ideal. Oh, here we go. No, so it actually is fast. I forgot, yeah, the number of things we were looking at. But DJB2 does not hash numbers very well. It ends up having the same problem as grams. Yeah, that's not ideal. Okay. When we're looking at regular raw results, we're good. So at least let's go look at it. If we go back to app here. So resonant, maybe you're misunderstanding. Double hashing isn't going to solve anything there. We're also expecting collisions. This is not a cryptographic hash. We're hashing any string or number we're given into a value between 0 and 100. That's it. We expect collisions. This is not cryptography. This is theoretically the type of hash you would want to do for a hash map. So it's a completely different set of criteria. All right, so yeah, with string inputs, we see it nice and, fairly evenly distributed, especially over 10,000 iterations. So it's really just Gram and DJB2 don't like numbers. I find that interesting. So over 100 values, what do we end up seeing? And, yeah, I'm messing that part up now. So the part where we're doing that slice, if it's by 100, we probably want the first 500. So then, yeah, so at lower values is when we get a lot more variance. Over 10,000, any of these hashing algorithms are going to work. When we're at a value as low as 100 users, that's when you start to see a lot more drift. And yeah, just so we can fiddle with these things more, let's uncomment all of these. So, resonant, does that make sense? I don't think double hashing is going to matter here. And it also doubles the amount of time we have to spend doing this thing, which means if someone's on their hot path, we're adding way more overhead than we should. So yeah, raw int results here. Actually becomes way off. Now we've got some drift in our hashing algorithm, but with only 100 results, you're not expecting that flat of a distribution. I'm pretty sure from like previous numbers we've seen, it's only once we get to like 500 things that we're hashing that we can expect it to be fairly distributed. Let's try it over 500. But then we need to do our slice a bit differently, and this is where, yeah, this is getting gross. We got to figure out why we need to be doing this slice. There's definitely just something broken there. So even at 500, we're not getting that great of a distribution, but we do see that SHA-1-2 actually does. Once we get up to 1,000, though, I think we end up being okay. So we end up, when we're doing numeric IDs, our custom hashing algorithm... Oh, and hold on. Yeah, let me fix this. Hold up. If we're doing 1,000, then we want 5,000 here, because we're just grabbing, like, the fastest 5. Ooh, fast 5. So it turns out that when we're dealing with numbers, my custom hashing algorithm is not ideal. It's better than the other two, but it's not as good as, like, proper hashing algorithms. So I think that makes sense to me. What do we think we could do to bias these a bit higher in our custom hashing algorithm. So yeah, DJB2 and gram hash really just don't do numbers very well. So technically, four wheel, when their determination of what a day is, I think is like UTC based. That's my current guess. So rather than doing it based upon like per stream, I think maybe they're doing it just based on time zone. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. That's just a guess. Yeah, because we did just roll over UTC sometime within the past like hour or two.
Thanks for the support. One space case, the Cosmic Conjurer swirls with the nebulous energy of the cosmos. Clad in an armor of shimmering stardust, their power to warp space itself allows them to create rifts in the fabric of reality, manipulate gravity, and conjure astral projectiles. Originating from a freak encounter with an interdimensional rift, they were imbued with extraordinary cosmic abilities. Their arch-nemesis is known as Quantum Crusader, a hero who wields the precision of quantum mechanics against the chaotic forces harnessed by one space case. The ongoing cosmic clash between these two titans of power bends the very essence of space and time.
Hell yeah, that was good. All right, so what I'm thinking is we're going to end up having enough of these graphs that we probably do want it to be just interactive. So we're going to bring Nevo into the blog post. It is an extra 100K after gzip, but that's probably lighter than all the images we would have otherwise. Right? Once we get to like 5 or 6 images, the 100K might be fine. And we get interactivity of being able to mouse over stuff. Okay. Oh, but right, if we do a hard refresh, right, you can see how long it... Actually, that didn't take too long. You know what? Yeah, I think that's actually kind of fine. I was thinking that it took longer to run, but that was actually just some compilation stuff. Okay. Yeah, that's not bad. I wonder if there's some way to like statically render all this data rather than make it parse it. I wonder if that's a Nevo feature. Ooh, patterns. No, we don't care about that. Yeah, Naru's space case. Yep. Yeah, let me double check over in Discord and see if we're gaming tonight. I do see James online. Worm said he's probably pretty good. So yeah, it's really just up to James and if he has time. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday? Yeah. I think we could do some of that. I definitely do want to set up a night for some like Jackbox games or something. But yeah, I'd be down. Ooh, Dead Island 2? Yeah, that's another game we want to play through as a group. Like me, James, and Worm. Is it 4-player? I think it is, right? So yeah, whenever we start playing that one up, I'd say you're probably welcome to join. That'll be after we end up beating Baldur's Gate 3, though, and we're still on Act 2, so it'll be a while. Oh, I do need to grab some screenshots for a coworker. Yeah, even if we're not gaming tonight, it's probably a good point at which to call it today. Yeah, BG3 is gonna take some time, for sure. Which I'm totally okay with. I find it so strange that DJB2 and Graham Hash really are just not like great at handling numbers. Now, my function could be better too, and we'll have to figure out how. But yeah, we should go raid someone. So who's streaming right now? I think I saw Acorn going. I think we raided Acorn pretty recently, though. Maybe the Coppinger? Oh, I haven't seen Genso streaming in a while. That's cool. Yeah, let's go raid the Coppinger. We raided John Islary just yesterday. Or 2 days ago. So yeah, we're gonna go raid the Coppinger. He's great. He's doing like a 30-day stream kind of thing. But yeah, how you doing there, Themby, Mr. Sir? Yeah, we had a lot of really good progress today. I'm really happy with it. Right, we're not done. We need to actually like get these graphs over into the blog post. I think we also need to fiddle with the custom function to see if we can get it more evenly distributed. think I know a way we can do that. I think I might know a way we can do that. It's going to involve basically assault. Not assault, but a salt value. But yeah, let's go raid Cop. And yeah, I'm going to end the YouTube stream. Thank you all for hanging out. And I'm going to end the Twitter stream. Thank you all for hanging out.